All right, we're here on Chasing Birdies with the guest we've been chasing for well over a year. And we're here in Oak Brook, Illinois at Bettinardi Studios, which is incredible. But our guest today, Taylor Kinney, joined us here on Chasing Birdies. And, man, we are so appreciative of you carving out some of your time. We know you're busy, but, you know, our friendship, man, it runs deep. And we just want to, we want this.
Yeah, I think it's been in the works for a little bit. Backstory, I met Ryan here. He hosted me on a road trip. I was driving from Philly to Chicago, I think, and stopped by playing different courses and ended up at Pikewood. I was down at Pete Dye, I think.
That's right. You were. You were
and gracious host, because I know it was a stab in the dark, but I got there not knowing too much, and that was one of the cooler experiences I've had golfing. So, yeah, thank you.
And I remember, well, you're welcome, and you're welcome back anytime. But I had a great time. But I remember vividly, we made the turn, and we were in no rush because it was just the two of us.
I can't imagine either one of you were in a rush.
TK sat down, and they asked if you want something at the turn, and he said, "I'll take a dog." So we sat there. We had hot dogs. We sat at the bar, yucked it up for a little bit, and then we went on our way.
Yeah,
and that was it.
Pikewood
I was like,
is a fabulous
this guy
walk.
is
that
the chillest dude.
incredible.
Yeah, it's a great walk.
And you have ties to Morgantown, West Virginia.
Yeah, almost an alum. I went, graduated in 2000, went to WVU till 2002, so till my junior year. So I think my major was maybe business or something generic, and I knew I wanted to do something on my own. I didn't want to work for anybody. I didn't want to look at a clock, and I took theater as an elective my sophomore year. And I remember going up to the professor, and I was like, "Hey, let me catch your ear. Could we grab a bite, a cup of coffee, or something outside of class?" I'm just like crazy interested, and he said no.
He said no?
I was like, yeah, and I just remember reading and doing my own thing, and then, well, I knew I didn't want to. I don't know. I didn't want to languish, I guess, and just go through the motions of school. I dropped out, and then I saved up money. I moved to Hawaii for a year. And bummed it around there, and that was like my own education. And then went back to Pennsylvania, saved a couple bucks, and moved to LA, and then started hitting the bricks.
So you do hail
What a
from
story.
Lancaster.
I do.
Lancaster.
Lancaster.
Yeah. If you're not from there,
Lancaster.
it's Lancaster. If you're from, it's Lancaster.
Okay.
But,
Did you end up in Morgantown because of their theater program?
No, it was. I didn't get into what is it like?
No, he was.
I think I applied to Arizona State, Clemson, and South Carolina, and I got into WVU. So it was a girl I went to school with. Her brother was going there, and we went for a football game. And so that was my only
Great experience.
That was my only connection. But I loved it.
Oh,
I
Mountaineer
think that's
Nation.
hilarious that you went to WVU.
Cooper's Rock at
yeah.
Cheat Lake.
Right there. That's
yeah.
where I live.
I would go down there and just there was old water towers that go climb at night, just sit and chill in cemeteries. Like I have all kinds of nooks in that town. I loved it.
Town.
Yeah.
I love it, dude.
Oh man!
That's
So
good.
you moved to Hawaii for a year, as you said, and then you moved to LA. What was that experience like for you, coming from small town Pennsylvania to Morgantown, West Virginia, and then to LA, big city, bright lights?
I think I kept my ambitions close to the vest. I think it would have been like saying I wanted to be an astronaut. Grew up with a bunch of brothers, single mom, and she always erred on the pragmatic side. It's like everything's that's not going to work out. So
Yeah.
I just kind of did my own thing.
Taylor, why would you do that?
Yeah, and
It's
then
not going to work.
It took a minute, but I remember I booked my first kind of big gig relatively quick. Well, my first paying job was in a Foo Fighters video, but I showed up the day of the shoot. I didn't have a car, and in LA, and that's kind of it's terrible. But I remember taking the subway from North Hollywood to Hollywood, and then got a cab for like 10 miles and then walked the rest. So I showed up crazy sunburnt, and the director's like, "What the hell are you doing? I can't shoot you next to like the
raccoon
the
eyes because of your sunglasses."
Yeah, he's just like you're blown out. You're too dark.
Yeah, what do you do?
So my finger made the cut, but I still have the cash from that first job, and my brother framed it, and it's in my place in Lancaster. but I did a show.
So they paid you cash, and then
Yeah.
you still have that cash from
Yeah.
that paid gig.
Yeah,
as your
first
pay-
paying job in Hollywood.
Did you
And
get
does
to
it say
meet?
Foo Fighters, or did you get them to sign it?
No, it wasn't.
It was just
It wasn't with the band. It was like tied into a
Yeah.
story. But I met
Oh.
Dave Grohl.
That's what I was gonna ask you if you met
I
Dave
met
Grohl.
Dave Grohl at the Grammys, and we were hanging with like R2D2 like backstage or something. But I didn't bring up the story. I
That
should
would've-
have.
You should have.
Yeah, and he's a cool guy. He's so
Yeah.
that's
but-
wild.
yeah.
He's one of the best.
So your fingers in the Foo Fighters video.
My finger is in the Foo Fighters video.
Like if we showed that video, you'd be like, there. I
Yeah,
am.
best of you or best
Oh,
of me.
yeah.
That song.
Oh, that's starting line I'm thinking of. But yeah, I know that song.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Yeah.
Didn't you do construction? Mess around with that shit too?
Yeah,
Little
like
bit
my
early
buddy, one of my best buddies growing up, his dad was a subcontractor, so we'd go on these road trips up and down the East Coast renovating restaurants. So we do like drop ceilings, tiles, and bars, and it was like being in a band, but we didn't play music. It was just because you'd work all night, and we'd go like in North Carolina, Boston, and we're riding in the back of like a box truck, like drinking Budweiser the whole time. so we would go renovate these restaurants, and back then, I mean, $20 an hour under the table. We were making
yeah.
good money.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Cash money.
I like seeing my work and working with my hands, and then I don't know, the acting thing just. Well, I love it. You know, I love storytelling and like everything about it. I guess, you know, 100 years ago I would have joined the circus.
Yeah.
But this is like the closest thing I'll come to a 9 to 5. So I've been doing the gig I've been doing now this is season 14.
Which is
And it's-
Chicago Fire.
Yeah.
It's the longest running show on TV right now, right? Or most watched.
It maybe on NBC, Law and Order SVU. I remember going to upfronts in New York when we started, so season 1 or 2, and running into Mariska, who I've always had a crush on, and I always like jump at the chance. I was like with Dick Wolf or whoever. I'm like, write a storyline of us together. Like, and she came out. Her and Ice-T came out, and they've done some episodes in Chicago for a crossover, what have you. But I remember running into her in New York, and it was season 14. Their season 14 or 15.
Yeah.
And just being like, that's rarefied air. That's crazy. And now,
You're
You know,
living
seeing
it.
it.
yeah, it's
14.
wild. It's just wild.
So, you know, your first paid gig with the Foo Fighters, which your finger got in, but from there, where did it go? Like, was your mindset, I'm going to be an actor and I'm going to make this happen?
Yeah. Like,
Because a lot of that is the right place, the right time, too.
yeah, it's you have to have a blind optimism and like a tenacity. Like, if you have a plan B, it won't work. And
That's true.
if you listen to anybody else, it won't work. So it's like anytime, like if someone came up to me for advice, I'd say, don't do it. And if you listen to me, you don't have a chance anyway. So you have to be pretty bullheaded. But I took my lumps. I mean, I did a show in San Diego. It had like 50 episodes. It was like a little telenovela adapted soap. I played Bo Derek's son, and it was like acting boot camp. I was like 24 or something, and making decent money. And this is my first time with this, and you know, I'm acting 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and I'm getting done. And it's just what you've been doing. And so I'm thinking, oh, I'll get done with this, and the phone's going to be ringing off the hook, and nothing, and crickets, and then I go audition for something, and so that's a different skill set. So
Yeah.
from doing your thing, and then there was a writer's strike, 2007-8. So I went a good year, maybe 2 years without working, and
Wow.
and I got the shits of LA. So I stayed down in San Diego. I'd surf and I'd ride my bike up to LA for auditions and whatever. But yeah, I started waiting tables again down at in Gaslamp in San
yeah,
Diego.
yeah.
So it's like, it's humbling. It's like, seems like, hey, you want another soda or something like that? And they're like, aren't you the guy from? I was like, yeah, I'm broke.
Yeah.
And the well dried up.
So, do you want that soda?
But it was good. And then it's just, I got back into theater a couple little companies, and you get up on stage, and you know, you go, you grind, and you know, when the opportunity presents yourself and you're ready, it's like, you know,
Yeah, you show up.
It's a lot of similarities though to like the PGA Tour, right? Like that's kind of your when you're standing in front of everybody and you're having to give your best performance so that they pick you. It's like golf, right? And winning a major. You've prepared for this your whole life. You've got to capitalize when you have those opportunities.
I can't imagine. I've been to a few, I don't know, PGA events. One in, what's the one they have? Riviera in LA.
Oh, yeah.
US
Genesis.
Way
Way
the
back.
Genesis, yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. I guess it's the same. You have to be so locked in mentally. And I know coming up, how many people are vying for, whether it's like Corn Ferry spots or what have you. And that degree of who's making it, getting a card, and who isn't, I don't know, that's fascinating.
And everyone's trying, and there's
wild.
thousands of people to try.
But I love
like,
the people that watch golf and they're like, how could he miss that putt? I'm like, but how can he miss that putt? You're sitting on your couch, okay, number one. Number two, I've watched you putt in front of 3 other people. You wouldn't be able to take the putter back in that situation, let alone hit the ball.
Yeah.
So I don't think any of us can ever imagine how much pressure those guys feel if they're trying to win for the first time. Like, if you actually look back on Jack Nicklaus, you look back on Tiger Woods, think about how many wins they had and how locked in they were. That's pretty insane.
Yeah,
Tiger, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's a, I don't know. It's
like you block
it's
everything
a momentum thing, but it would have to be. It's like when you, like, there's a lot of people, like, in, let's say, in acting classes or what have you, where you get comfortable in your surrounding, and you could be great in, like, a scene study thing or something like that, but you take someone out of their element, and you can't perform, and that's the difference between who's going to get paid to do it and who's not. And the same thing, it's like when you guys have a great round, then you find something in your swing that just working, like, you project future outcomes to things that haven't happened. You're like, okay, well, if I had that swing, I'd win the member guest. If I had that swing, you know, I could be doing this. It's like, that's not how it works either.
Yeah.
So the guys that are, the guys that are on tour doing that, like, hats off to the mental fortitude to finish. It's crazy.
You always hear about people saying his game travels. How many guys you know that you play with them at their course and they know every in and out of that course? They shoot their game, they, you know, whatever. And then you take them on a golf trip somewhere and they're just flustered because they're like, they can't, because they're out of their element a little bit.
We had a kid on our college golf team. He would shoot 66, 67 every qualifier to get to the event. And then he'd shoot 85, 88.
That's what I mean. That.
In every tournament round. And you're like, what in the hell?
That's, you got, I remember playing, where did we go? Peachtree.
Peachtree, yeah.
Is it Peachtree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I couldn't find a swing there, and the same, it's like, not the club, there's so many different things going on. And it's like you just want it to end so you can go, like, fix something, like at the range or what have you. But, like, that's the same. It's like a little breakdown. But
you ever have those days though on set, like where you're like having such a bad day that you're just like, I need to get away from this for the day, or what can you do when you have a bad day on set? Do you go stand in front of a mirror and say you're lying? You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
the thing with that is it's just like a, I don't know, it's an energy. Like, you can feel it. If somebody's unprepared or if someone keeps dropping a line or something like that, it's like, I've been doing it for so long that I don't get in the weeds like that. I can't say I never have, but if somebody does, it's what, because you'll have, you know, 100 people saying doing a job.
Right.
Because, like, everybody's working. And so you do your thing and everything goes, you know, expected, then fine. But you mess up once, okay. Then you mess up twice. Then the boom operator, you're standing there. Then he's looking at you. Then you have the whole people looking at you. Then you take in, well, how many millions of people are watching this? Then you're fucked.
Right.
Then you can't. You're
like done.
the person's not there. Like they're somewhere else.
Yeah, they're spaced out.
So yeah, like you kind of have to be
locked in.
yeah.
But that's back.
Yeah,
to,
but
that's
with
what
golf-
I'm saying. Back
but-
to golf. Like,
Yeah.
But I'm just saying though, like that mental aspect of how important it is in obviously in acting, but with golf in general, because you could take someone that can play wherever they play, and then you just take them out of their element a little bit. And it's more for it's probably the higher handicappers, really. You know,
Yeah, I would
but-
imagine like some like auditioning.
Yeah.
is mind numbing. You show up, you work for a day, however much long you've had the material. You go in, you're going to read for casting director, and then you see 40 dudes that maybe look just like you or what have you, or someone in the sign-in sheet signed like like Tobey Maguire. You're like, wow, he's auditioning for this. It just rouses you. You go in, and you can have really bad reads, and it should be a cold read. Everyone auditions different, but I always like for scene study and what have you. If I'm in front of people, it's like I'll have it, and if I won't question before I go up, and so you have to get there. So I think that translates in that. You have to know. You have to be confident with the tools that you bring to the thing, and then if you check it and you're like, I'm gonna paint a picture, like you can either buy the painting or not, but I'm not gonna let you tell me what colors to use, and so that always helped me like auditioning because it's like you can't appease everybody, so it's like, well, this is my take on it, and if I drop a line, what have you, but this is the character that I see. Like if 100 kids walk through the door trying to audition for Huckleberry Finn, and they're nailing it, they're like, oh, well, that kid's great, but they don't have that
that one little it factor. So
and then a kid walks through and he trips and he's like, oh fuck, sorry, I know I'm a little late, my dad's drunk, I don't know, I just barely got, and you're like, that's him.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. So it's like you see it and you know when you see it. I don't know how that translates to like the best kid golfing, but
your first audition, how did it all happen with Chicago Fire and you? Like, did they reach out to you for an audition? Did your agency reach out to them? How did that all transpire? Because I think a lot of people that listen to the show have heard, they now know how to write a country music song and they know what goes into get to that song.
Yeah.
They don't know what it takes to get to the TV set.
It's like years. Like I always say, like people. And I was at the place where I didn't have. It's not like I'm resting on my laurels. There wasn't any nepotism. I didn't have, like come from money or famous parents. So it was like I'm throwing things against the wall, and what sticks. So it wasn't like I only was auditioning for television. I only auditioned for film. I only auditioned, theater, commercial, what have you. I was just going for
whatever was there.
I would get. And I had done a pilot the last year for NBC with Don Johnson that didn't get picked up. And so it's another year for television anyway. And I think I was auditioning, or maybe I had booked Zero Dark 30, the film.
Yeah.
But it was yet to shoot. And I came from, I booked Shameless, and I was doing an arc on Shameless. And I think John Papsadera, the casting director, I auditioned for him a few times, and it was like there's stepping stones, and I was like really excited to get it. So it kind of ups your confidence. And I had another audition for a casting director that I had a bad read for like months ago. And I was like, I'm going to dial this in. And I did. And it was on the heels of that. So then I go in for Chicago Fire, not knowing too much other than it was NBC and Dick Wolf, which is huge. And I read with the creators, Michael Brandt, Derek Haas, and I had a really good read. I felt freed up, and I'm like, well, I'll just do my thing. And then I get a call back, and then they had me chemistry read with other actors.
So chemistry reads basically like Ryan and I would be sit here and we just said we're feeding off of one another type thing, right?
Yeah, like we'll bring to like for another character. So it was like my character, and then the Casey character. So they bring in a bunch of people to read for Casey. So and then
see how they feel, they get vibe with you.
Yeah, I hadn't booked it yet, but then I remember booking it. That was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But I remember shooting the pilot in Chicago, in March of 2012, and then filming Zero Dark 30 in Jordan, and then coming back. And I remember I didn't have a place to stay, what have you, and other cast members had already got like leases for an apartment or what have you. And I was walking up Michigan Avenue. I was like, I should get something. I was like, I might be here for a minute because I hadn't. The longest stretch I was in San Francisco. I did a show there for a year. Got canceled. Pilot got canceled. Arcs, they come and go. So it was, it just happened.
Early.
Good.
No, I was just gonna say early on. I know we had talked about this, but I don't know at what point in your career this was. But you filmed a movie early on with Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
It was that was pretty early on in your career.
That was.
I mean, that had a.
After season 2 or 3, I remember because I really wanted to work with the director. It was Nick Cassavetes, and then so I'd get the material. I was working here in Chicago, and then I'd get material for the film, and I put myself on tape, send it in, and I booked it off of a tape, like a home tape, which is kind of rare. But yeah, and then that was, you never know. Like I've done projects where. Like I remember doing a project with Bill Murray, Rock the Casbah in Morocco, and the script is amazing. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Yeah, and Kate Hudson, Bruce Willis. It was like but it didn't do well
happened.
in the box office.
Yeah.
I think Bill Murray got into a thing with one of the producers, and he's like, "I'm not doing any press or promo." Something weird, but it was. But this on paper, it was like one of the better scripts I'd seen, and so you don't know, you can't put all your eggs into one thing. And the other woman was had director, and you just don't know what it's gonna do. And then there's people that I run into all the time that still are like, that's my favorite movie. And I'm like, oh, that's okay, cool. But she was amazing, and that was one of the cooler projects.
That's a knockout to work with.
Bill Murray, though. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You know that the Bill Murray in Bash. I've told this story numerous times before. Mm-hmm. My man never saw Caddyshack.
Yeah, really?
For up until what? You're 39. You're turning 40 next year. Probably about 4 years ago, he finally watched it for the first time.
That's true. Within
Full
the last
golfer,
4 years,
like full on golfer, watched Caddyshack, an all time great.
Now when you go up to you go to the turn, you go up, and I want a hot dog. No, I want some chips. I want a hamburger.
That's me. I'm Spalding.
See, I don't even know the names. I don't even.
You'll have nothing and like it.
You'll have nothing and like it.
I wish I could contribute. Yeah, I know. I never saw it.
Mr. Havenkamp.
Now I've seen it now, but it's a great movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like so. As a golfer, it's at least quoted once around.
Of course. I think where's the course where they filmed that?
Yeah, it's
Green Oaks in Miami.
I played it. It's not Green Oaks. It's I think it's Royal Oaks. It's outside of Miami, outside of Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, right on.
We'll fact
I
check.
played there with John
Bill
from
Murray.
Philly. With Bill Murray. I played with Bill Murray. It was incredible. You know who's really close with Bill Murray is John Ashworth. Him and Murray are like super tight. John Ashworth obviously started Ashworth and then Link Solon. And
No,
we've known.
But I grew up. My old man was the golfer, and I caddied. My birthday is in the middle of July, so I don't know. Never got the cupcakes, brownies, stuff at school, but like you had to be 13 to caddy, and I was 12 going into the summer. I wanted a job, so I was 12 when I started caddying. And I'd walk from my pop's place to his club, Bent Creek in Lancaster, and I'd just wait around. I'd caddy, and then I'd shag balls after, and that's kind of how I got into golf and following my old man around. But he was a big, he played all the time, and then I didn't really start playing till later.
Recently. No, not recently,
Well,
but
I'd bang around, but yeah, I didn't get a handicap until maybe 3 years ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bushwood Country Club is the
Bushwood.
name of it in Caddyshack, but Grand Oaks.
Grand Oaks. That's right. But I mean, you got for just getting like Yeah, you can play it, man.
Yeah, I went down the rabbit
Well, and you
hole.
love it.
It's hit or miss. It's like anything. It's evolving, but it was something that man, it occupies your mind in a healthy way. I found, and there was a writer's strike recently, and I had a bunch. This is after COVID, and now my brothers and I are members at Lancaster Country Club because my mom has a place nearby, so it only felt fitting that we get a membership. And I was out of state, and we had the same excuse me, same caddy master from when I was
you were
a kid
there?
caddying.
Really?
And he was there, and I had whatever membership, like out of state, whatever, but I exceeded the rounds in like 20 days or something. I was like, I should get a full one. And I think I played like 85 rounds in like the first summer I was there.
That's so funny. Oh, he's addicted.
Oh,
I love it.
He's addicted to golf.
Yeah. My brothers and I came out to Nemacolin, so I had my brothers out and we played, and
Yeah.
you guys were. My brothers were more than impressed. They're like, "Damn, yeah." I was like, "Yeah, they're good."
I got some of that. I got some of that TK money.
Yeah.
I got
I don't
that
care.
hanging on my wall.
I just thought I was the first time I met
Yeah,
Jay,
I actually could've used that money.
I'm like $100 each hole.
Every hole.
And he's
Pressing.
just, he had 2 cigars in his mouth, and he's ashing one. He's like, "Sure, I'll take it."
Yeah.
I was like, "I'll get you next time."
Meanwhile, I wanted to go have lunch with you, and I couldn't. So because you signed it,
He's cut back on the cigars a little
have.
bit,
Oh, nice.
which is good for his health.
yeah. But we should go to the cigar bar tonight.
We should. Yeah, there's a good one downtown.
Yeah, so no, it's all an interesting story. I mean, with what you got going on. I mean, so from a standpoint of acting in general, I mean, you gotta memorize every damn word you're saying, every line, every position you gotta be in. I mean, that seems so damn hard. Like,
It's
and that's probably the easiest part for you.
exposition is tough. So if the dialogue is something where you're rattling off street names that you don't know, numbers, what have you, but for the most part, if it's character stuff, like, I have the face that pops in my head, so I can, and it's a muscle. So I can be in a makeup trailer and go look at 2 pages of dialogue and have a pretty good idea of it, and then it's like music. It's a banter. So it's like, and I've been working with this, the core group of the cast has been there.
Yeah,
They're still, yeah. So it's an easy rapport where you're like, you just hear it, you read it, bing, 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 and then, you shoot it.
So let me ask you something from your perspective in the position you're in now with this show being as big as it is on NBC. If another director of a show, let's say a Taylor Sheridan, I'm using an example, called and wanted to cast you for one of his crazy shows he's coming out with, are you legally able to do that, or can you not do it because of contractual obligations?
Yeah, they have. So here with like The Other Woman was a studio flick, and I'm under contract with NBC, and that would be the first position. So they have to get the dates, the board right. So there was a hiccup there where the dates overlapped, where the film wanted me to be available after I was due to start back up in Chicago for the next season, but I wasn't going to be shooting. It was just in case of reshoots or what have you. And so that can cost you a job.
Yeah.
And I remember getting in touch with this. It worked out, but a lot of times it doesn't.
It doesn't.
So, and then they have it would be like a non-compete clause.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking.
have a buddy, White Shadow, DJ White Shadow. He's a good buddy, and he was doing something for Thanksgiving on like a float downtown. He's like, "You should come up." I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And then he ran it by one of the whoever's putting it on, producers, and he's like, "Yeah, Taylor Kinney, the Chicago Fire." They're like, "Absolutely not," because it was ABC.
Oh, wow.
So they didn't even want me there.
Around.
Yeah, that's how wild that is.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like you're theirs, which is great because it's a great show, and it's not saying that in a negative way, but that's wild how that game works.
Yeah, but there's a finite window of, because we'll do typically 22, 23 episodes a season. We start mid-July, we'll go to May. So you have May, June, maybe a week or so in July that you could do other projects. And the first bunch of years, it was just nonstop. I was reading scripts when I was, was working here in Chicago on the show for something during my hiatus. And then, there's projects that you want to do that you chase that you don't get, or, either directors or casting directors you want to read for, directors you want to work with that, you don't get, but the opportunity, it's good to just get in there. Mm-hmm. And then you get maybe offered something. And usually if you get, it's great, but typically it's not what you want to be doing.
Yeah.
And like one time I did it, I got offered this horror flick and I said no. And I was chasing something else. And the timing didn't work out or fell through. And then they came back and then they had a female lead and they came back with another offer. It was a bunch of money. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So I went to, it was in Serbia. So now I was in Serbia for like a month and a half. I'm in outside Zlatibor, and no one around. There's a sheep farmer that didn't speak English, and I'd hang out with him in the morning with his sheep, and I'd go walking in the woods, and we talk to each other. I'd speak English, and he'd speak Serbian, but I didn't know what the hell he's saying. And all I took was like rakia is plum wine. So we drink plum wine walking sheep. And I mean, that was like a month and a half of my, my life. I'm like, why did I do this? And the movie was shitty. but Serbia is beautiful. Yeah. So it's like you have to weigh your, it's a time thing.
Right.
It's so now I get to break, and I want to spend time with my family. I want a little downtime. So
yeah.
It all changes when you have kids.
Yeah,
that's for sure. I mean, but what is the shooting schedule like? As far as, do you do it mostly certain times of the day? I know there's some night scenes. I'll be honest with you, I never watched Chicago Fire until I took your money at Nemacolin. But
I'll get you back
one day. But
one day.
Now that I watch it, it's what. I just think it's so wild how much goes into a show.
Yeah.
Like how long does one episode take to shoot?
2 weeks. Roughly 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
We'll
For
start
1
out,
hour.
Yeah, and
that's an hour with
a lot of
commercials.
it, like the incident scenes, you see anything action. I mean, there's so many moving pieces, but we might spend a day, maybe 2 days, and that might be a minute and a half or 2 minutes of on the screen. So. Yeah, it's a lot of hurry up and wait, and I like if I was working while you guys were still here, I know you're taking off, I'd say come by set, but it's like, I don't, you don't want to see the magic, I don't want to lose the stuff, but it's a lot of hurry up and wait, a lot of takes and a lot of people, but
I feel like Ryan would not be a good firefighter. Just trying to get up the step to the.
Hey, dude,
we did have a fire. We were on the west side. And we were shooting, this is like a couple years ago, but we're with all our gear, all our stuff, and there's a proper fire breaks out at an apartment complex right beside us. So we all run over, and it's fully involved. I mean, it's like people are, it's moving. And people are running out, they're screaming.
This is a real fire.
This is a real fire. And we're all over, and like, it doesn't, I have full bunker gear on, a helmet, and they're like, help. I'm like, hey guys, and you want to go over, but then we're getting yelled at by like ADs and what producers, like, you can't, like, guys,
what are you gonna do?
Get the hell away from there. And then some of the guys that we work with are firefighters, like that help out, but they're in like their civvies, so they're running over, and all our trucks and what have you, the props, it's just, so people are just confused as hell. And then the real fire department comes, and they're like, what the hell are you guys, like, what's going on here? And it was, I don't know what paper, but it was like in the Tribune or something the next day. It was like fake firefighters show up to real fire, decide to do nothing. It was gnarly. But yeah, I mean, can you imagine, like, running out of a place, like, help, and it's just a bunch of actors standing around with fire gear.
Because they're probably like, what are these firefighters doing?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, you think about it. You don't, in your mind, you're in you're in that role of acting and you see what you are trying to
So
take care
needless
of.
to say, you guys didn't do anything.
No, they had to get out the
couldn't.
way.
What are we gonna do?
Dude, I was driving up last week. We had snow, and I was driving up on my way to work, and I passed a person in the ditch. So naturally, I stopped. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm like, you need help? And he's like, yeah, I do. I was like, so then I'm obligated, which is fine. I didn't have chains in my truck, so I said, let me go back and get my side-by-side. I have a winch on it, so I'll come back up. And he's like in this Honda Civic in the ditch like this. There's snow everywhere. And I never did this in my life. I'm like, how the hell am I going to get him out? So I couldn't
You're
figure
lucky
out.
he didn't kill you.
Well, I'm asking him, like, I said, you hook it up because I don't want to be responsible for pulling your bumper off with this winch. And he tried to hook it up on the tire rod. I'm like, that's probably not a good idea because it's probably going to bend the tire. So anyways, I find a little loop underneath his car, and I pull him out. You know, he's pulling up, and I tell him to stop. I'm like, I got to get under the car to unhook it. And as I'm doing it, this tractor trailer is coming around a bend, about to come up the hill towards us, and I just see it. I'm like, and I felt like I was in a damn movie because I'm hurrying up, I'm getting down, I'm trying to unhook this thing. This fucking truck's rolling up the hill, and I got him out, pushed him off he went. I never got his name. I don't know his first name. He doesn't know my name, but he beeped the horn and waved, and I waved, and then I went.
Just like a
I felt like I was
trash
in.
truck, dump truck.
I was like, yeah, I felt like I was in a. So I was a hero.
Yeah.
For somebody
Nice.
on that day in Morgantown.
You felt good.
I felt good.
Yeah, good
I
deed.
felt good. Yeah.
That's great.
You know, like making a birdie. So, which we had a lot of fun, man. We got to play so much golf a little bit. I mean, there for a while, I felt like you were showing up at Nemacolin like every other week.
Yeah,
You're popping
On
through.
Fridays.
I dig it. Well, it became a pit stop in between Lancaster and Chicago. And I remember, my wife Ash, I duped her. I was like, we're going to take a road trip from Chicago to Pennsylvania. I was like, this is a year or two ago. And I was like, we'll go a little south, stop at a golf course. She's like, okay. French Lick. So she's like, we end up there, and it was pouring rain. She goes, it's 8 hours south. This is not even here. I go, don't worry, hon. We'll stop at the Greenbrier next. It's on the way. Yeah. And then we ended up in Nemacolin. Yeah, she was nonplussed.
Oh, man, you went everywhere.
Yeah. And so that wasn't, it wasn't along the way. But yeah, I like a good road trip, and I like to find different tracks. And yeah, for a while there, yeah, I would go anywhere. I've done it all over the country.
You like the driving aspect.
Taylor
of it,
likes
too.
to drive.
Yeah.
He Sage Valley, he rolled out at like midnight.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm hitting the road,
Yeah,
boys.
I woke up to a pair of freshy shoes, all
Yeah.
doctored
Great.
up, which was great. I mean, that golf trip was one for the ages.
That was.
Peachtree.
And Ryan and I got out at and happy birthday.
Yeah,
It was your
brought me an
birthday,
orange.
and then we got out at midnight for the par three course in the rain.
Yeah, we got shit on with rain. I still talk about that. I
He
was just
does-
talking
he
about
does-
that.
He was just talking about it.
Yeah. And we got dumped on.
But isn't that the wildest thing? I always talk about that with golf. It's wild because our paths would never have crossed if it was
Yeah.
not for the game of golf.
Truth,
I mean, in
100%.
reality, Ryan shows up at a restaurant every once in a while, sees his favorite actor from Chicago Fire. He'll go over and introduce himself. But in reality, we would never have met.
Yeah.
And that's wild to me that golf does that with so many relationships that we all have, right?
Yeah.
It's true.
And now
It is.
we're taking golf trips together. We went to Peachtree and Sage Valley, which Peachtree to me is one of my top
Wait.
3 favorites. I love that place.
And it's not lost on me either. Like I said, like my old man was the big golfer, so I grew up with the Masters were always on the television. He was just I'm sure he put a couple bucks on stuff, so he was always watching. So I know a lot of the names of the tracks, and like with Formula One, like I remember playing video games. And so I know the tracks, and the first time seeing, I remember going. I think we were in France, but then we go over to Monaco, and we're going down Monaco, and we're going. I'd come to, and I'm like, oh, we're going the wrong way. We're going the wrong way down the tunnel, like through the tunnel in Monaco and the track. So like those things, it's like the game comes to life, and so there's certain tracks that like I've seen on television. Like I took my younger brother to Pebble, and like. The place is amazing. It's like when you you spend enough time watching it or playing on Tiger Woods or what have you, and you get there, it's like there's a certain
There is.
I don't
Surreal
know.
moment.
Yeah, I
Like,
just
you're
dig
here.
it, and I've gotten to play some pretty neat tracks with you guys included that I wouldn't otherwise. So it's I love it. I love everything about the game.
Well, we're gonna build on that in 26.
Yeah. I mean,
For sure.
we're definitely going to do that. But we need you at the Chasing Birdies 2-man event, August 2nd to the 4th. I know you were going to play this year, but you had some things pop up.
It's just work. If
work.
I can get the work thing,
It's work.
but yeah, I would love to get out of there.
Well, why don't we'll have a scene shot at Nemacolin. A fire breaks out at the 2-man event.
I want to. I don't know if I should say it on your podcast, but I was like, if I were gonna do a show, my own show, I'd to pen something. I'm thinking like something along the lines like Golf Detective, right? So it's like a drama that you have like a well-to-do guy that wants to retire. He just likes to golf, and so then he gets invited to different places, but it's like a Magnum PI but on a golf course and different courses, but you shoot the course really well, and then you'd have a storyline like he solves like white collar crimes and helps buddies, but then it parlays and then it's just at a different club and a different thing. And he's just like the guy, and so you go just because I want to, like it'd be cool to go shoot an episode on the golf course and showcase the golf course, but the storyline is almost like the backdrop. But then you could do like I don't know, you shoot like a nine episodes or something like that. So if anyone out there, don't steal it because I'll find you and I'll cut your toes off.
Yeah,
or
don't
something.
steal it. Don't.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
so the wheels are always turning.
that'd be a.
I'll tell you.
I'd like to see that.
I got something. We went on this golf trip together, and we all walked away with a cowboy boot.
That's the boot.
Here it is.
That's the boot.
There's the boot.
And this boot right here,
Hey, girl.
she's meant for dancing. But that might have been one of the funniest. This boot is one of the fun. I don't know if people would necessarily find it as funny as we found it, but
Well-
it was so funny.
That
That was a trip full of curveballs.
I mean, first of all, we're going to this event, and I didn't know what the hell the event was about. I mean, we knew what it was about, but I didn't know it was off this property, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, TK's coming on his first golf trip with us, and he's getting in a shuttle van driving with us. Like, where the hell am I going? Walks right into the front door, and the auctioneer,
You.
Taylor,
Yeah, I got bamboozled.
I love your show, and you're my favorite. Hey, by the way, can you come up and do a little speech tonight and give us? And I'm like mortified. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, Pep, like, he's like, I didn't know, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know either. So, anyways, I felt a little bad for you.
But
Because
you
I don't want
handled
you-
it with grace.
No, that
You
was,
did it, yeah. Well, you did what you.
And the Collins
do.
family they're an amazing family, and
They
it was
are.
for a good cause.
Chris,
So that was
amazing.
very-
I have a helmet for that for Chris and the family that I've been mean to send.
Yeah, they're-
because he was more than
man.
gracious. That place was amazing.
It was.
the whole trip.
He
everything.
is. They
But
are.
this boot went up for auction, and I mean, at that point, I probably had about 16 beers. Like our table was full of beers consumed by, Oates, me, Vince, Brandon, and you, Bash, and this boot goes up for auction, and I hear TK wins it. He thought it was Sean Combs, boys, and I said, "You
I
just
was
won."
like, look at this Diddy boot. What the hell?
I said, "Bud, that's Luke Combs." He's like, "Oh man, well we'll take it on golf trips with us." So here it is. It's back in Chicago. I documented its travel this morning with
That's
me.
great.
And then
it.
we're gonna let Vince take it with the Rangers team tonight.
Churchy, they're going to drink out of it.
That
So-
thing needs a. I don't know if
What
it
can we do
wasn't
with
a
it?
buddy. It was maybe, those like gnomes in the yard.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you hear about kids stealing them,
Yeah.
and then they take them for like a year, and they take them everywhere, and they take pictures with them on their
Yes.
trips, whatever, and then they return it with a envelope of the pictures.
Oh, I didn't never heard that one.
It's a silly gimmicky thing that I don't know kids with too much
maybe
time
we
would
should be
do.
doing
But that's
this.
the boot. Like the boot needs to have a life of its own. It's gonna be a phenomenon in hockey. It needs to go everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like I
like
mean,
that.
It's like should everyone sign it? Like what? Leave it go.
Well,
I think it'll evolve.
Drink out of it.
You can get it. You can get like a little stitched. You know, you can do stuff in the side. You could. I don't know. You could put it.
You're very. That's the other thing about you, that you're very creative. You have a very creative mind, which I was actually going to tell you. I didn't even tell you this, Bash, but it would have been great to have the tattoo equipment here and give me a little tattoo.
Oh, I would do that. I have 2 tattoo guns.
Yeah,
I don't know where they are.
We might
right
have
now.
to set you up.
I would.
With
I
the
would.
little-
Yeah. I
I'd
was
give
thinking
you a
about getting
tattoo.
one on my finger right here.
I mean, Taylor, for people that don't realize Taylor, his artistic ability. I mean,
It is
every time
really
you
cool.
see him in a pair of shoes,
I doodle.
he's doodling.
Oh, these
And-
are Thanksgiving.
Yeah, gobble.
Gobblers. And what else? I don't know. It's just like
But the ones you did for me.
9. Yeah, I
Masters
have a pair.
champion?
I have a pair for Bash too. But yeah, like I don't know. I get a kick out of it.
Yeah, but it's cool.
It's cool and it's
It's
creative.
cool as shit.
I have like 20. I had maybe 30 pair, but like a lot of them, they'll be from like a golf trip. Or if I, play a different track, so I'll either do like score front and back or whatever. But it's a keepsake. So I have stuff from like member guests in Pennsylvania. I have like a horse and buggy on the side, of these like FootJoys. But like I'll just keep them, and it's like I don't know, something I get a kick out of.
Well, on the golf bag, I remember after we played one day, I was talking to Pep, and I was like, dude, the most genius thing is Taylor's golf bags. Everywhere he plays or whatever he writes on his bag, you know, whatever you write, the chorus, I don't know if it's a score.
Because it started
That's a great
like
idea.
on the walls when I was a kid. Like I had a bunk bed, my younger brother, and then it's like an A-frame, and I was the top. So I never slept great, but I'd draw on the ceiling, and then I started getting. Mom's like, you need to chill. So then I'd use like a canvas. But when I got places, I still do. Like, I couldn't wait to be a grown up when I was a kid. I was like, I'm going to do that. And I do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I've tamed it down. But for a while there, my place here in Chicago, or old place when I was a young bachelor, I mean, it was just covered. Like, I just tagged the wall. It was everywhere. But it was.
With a Sharpie or?
Yeah. I'd get
Spray paint?
I got to stay away from the acrylics, but yeah, like I do Sharpie. So I get like, now I just order them and I put like, like Skunkly or what. So I have like hundreds of my own Sharpies, like different names on the side. But I just like it, and I just happen to like tag stuff. But I stay away from walls. I used to do a lot of walls.
Walls.
Yeah.
So
But that's cool though. Like your creative mind, and then again, like when you're tattooing yourself, do you even care about the outcome of the tattoo, or is it more
No,
or less?
I have a lot of bad tattoos, but a lot of them I've done my own. But I have one on my leg that a buddy did. I did a Jesse Spencer. He was a castmate for 10, 11 seasons, and he was taking off the next season. So I was like, we're doing a Vegas trip, and so I rented a plane, and it was like 10 of us. So we go to Vegas, whatever, and we're on the plane in the middle of, we had our own thing. So I bring out a tattoo gun. So while we're 30,000 feet, he's tattooing me, and there's ink everywhere, and it says it was supposed to say keep swinging, like. For the, you know what I mean? Like the saying, keep swinging. It says keep swimming on down here. And then I have another one where it's like a friend I had I go, just do a portrait of my other buddy, my buddy Rob. And it was terrible. It was awful. I go, tattoo it on me. And so I have that, and it's just absurd. It's ridiculous. But there's,
So I think
and you left them.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, they're
keepsake. They're mementos.
I mean, I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? It's time and place. Like when inspiration hits,
Yeah,
I think that
that's right.
you come to the 2-man this year. Bring the tattoo guns. I'm gonna tattoo on Bash, and he's gonna tattoo on me. And I think we should do that.
I don't want you touching me with a tattoo gun.
And they're always great.
And you don't want
they're,
me to-
they're always
always good. You'll
They're
laugh.
always going to be great.
Yeah.
See, that's what he's
Like
saying.
you're
They're
gonna,
always gonna
and
be
even
good.
the shittier the better too, because
That's
you'll be
right.
like, someone will be like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
You'd be
Like, I would
and then he's
probably-
telling the story. It's like,
Peppy got me.
I would probably be like, all right, you can like. I would go lower back right here, like right here. Just
You want
go
a tramp
ahead.
stamp?
Well, not a tramp stamp.
Dude.
It's like a side. It's like a side, but I don't want to have to see it. Like
Yeah.
I would forget it was there. That's why
Yeah.
I would put it like ass cheek.
You want a landing zone on your back.
that's Target.
That's funny. Yeah, we could make that bet. I mean, I've been itching for a new one actually.
That should be
But I just-
you guys should have a season long bet, like
Yeah.
something that takes a couple months, like
For a tattoo.
whoever lowest score under like 10 rounds, whoever has the other person has to get a tattoo by the other person.
I mean, if you're in, I'm in. Gen 1's right around the corner, bud.
that might be.
I had this one
You in on this?
that I thought was gonna
Mustache.
wash off or whatever, like after a while because it's on your hand, but it didn't. That's almost 20 years. That's from a bocce ball game, a loss in San Diego. So I was like, it was either this, because the other team got to pick it and we had to pay for it, and then it was supposed to be like a dolphin corner kiss. I was like, I'm not doing that. It's like a dolphin with a unicorn horn and a thing jumping over. It was something absurd. I was like, I'm not doing that.
I mean, whenever these things transpired, because you're sober now, like you don't drink now.
No, 3 years or something.
3 years.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
But back then,
Oh, it was.
This was
that
not-
thing, like I have a tattoo gun in my backpack,
yeah,
so they
have a couple cold ones and
That'd be sick right
Yeah.
now. We'd be doing it.
oh man. And wait, the photography too. See,
Yeah.
again, you're just not an actor. I mean, you encompass all of arts.
No,
West
I do.
Virginia
I-
should be proud.
Yeah, yeah, both you guys. I think did you get?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Bash
I mean-
calls me and he says, "Hey, I got a picture here for you." And he's like, "Well, I got to drive it up in a truck." I
Yeah.
didn't know how big it was.
It's the coolest
the-
thing.
It is the
Like-
It stokes me out, and if people, you know what I mean, it's like if you dig it, you dig it. If you don't, that's okay too. But it's like
I love it.
Like it's something that I've always enjoyed. I like shooting black and white, and I like film, and the size is important just because I shoot with a medium format camera, and that's as big as I can get the photo without losing resolution. So on a digital camera, anything pixelated is squares if you break
Right.
it down. So it's always going to have a bit of a blockiness to it, and with film it's circles. So there's a softness, and I always like big film photographs. And so yeah, I walk around with that, and then I'll take it to a lot of times that I'm out golfing. So I'll take like landscape stuff, or I'll give it to a club. Like I did it here in Chicago. I gave, like I'll frame them. It just takes time. It's like it's something I enjoy doing, and then like I'll gift it to the club. So
That's so cool.
I get the Harvest, and then my home track in Lancaster. They hung one up. So
Well, I do need the one you sent of the second hole at Sage Valley. I'm gonna need that in like a 16 by 20. I'll pay you.
I can do that.
I'll pay you for your time and all that stuff. But
Yeah, no,
that picture you texted me is so cool because of the coloring. It's almost like it's from the 1970s.
Yeah.
It is
that is
so
a color.
rad.
That is a color photograph. isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
so
I'll
rad.
have to go through the negs and yeah.
I
would
think
do
he needs to meet Gentry, and he needs to launch a shoe line,
Yeah,
and with all his doodles, and they'll sell because it's his name.
I would.
I mean,
Or
being
weren't
in
you doing
Chicago-
something with
one-offs.
Ice-T, or what's the guy's name? Ice Cube? Ice-T.
Ice, yeah, no, Ice T. No, we went in on with another buddy with a dispensary outside of New York. Well, it's in Jersey. It's called the Medicine Woman. It's right in like Hoboken. But yeah, Ice was in that. So I have a buddy that I met, I don't know, years ago, but him and his wife have a dispensary, the shop
Yeah.
in Laguna, and then they were opening one in New York, and I was like, yeah, I'll go in. So we went in together, and then he's boys with Ice, and then we're at stuff. So now I see ice, and we're busy together doing that. So that's kind of rad.
It
so,
is.
Yeah, if you're outside the outskirts of New York City, and you want to get stoned, stop by the Medicine Woman. And
What a name.
Pick up some good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and their swag is nice too. The t-shirts, hoodies, all that.
So maybe I'll stop by there. I tend to travel with a pen with me right now, so that's what he said today. Like I was getting chirped. Number one,
I wasn't chirping you. I was just saying.
no, you chirped me because I did one of the stupidest things
ever
in my life.
at least since October.
So long story short, guys, I was scratching and clawing to get to gold on Delta, which I don't even think it gets you anything, but I just needed to get to that next level, and I needed $78 more to get to that.
Oh, it's not miles?
No, to that level. So this flight I booked was $115, but instead of taking a direct flight like a normal human being would do in the winter,
Are you doing layers to get there?
I went to Detroit.
Yeah.
We landed in Detroit this morning, and I'm like, oh no, it is dumping snow in Detroit. I sent him a photo. He's like, this may be the dumbest thing you've ever done.
Ever.
So then I finally land in Chicago. I had to wait for him because he's taking a prop plane from Morgantown, West Virginia to here.
I took a direct flight.
And
from Morgantown to Chicago.
And I knew he was getting in later. I didn't realize it was that much later. I'm not exaggerating you. I drove around the circle of the terminals 37 times, just wasting time. Because what am I going to do? Sit in a lot and scroll my phone? So finally, I took a little breather. Well, the one breather I took at O'Hare, a tow truck pulled up in front of me. I'm like, dude, you can tow this. It's a rental car. It's probably easier if you tow this thing because it's going right back. Yeah, they do not mess around there. It's 1 minute. Let's go. Keep it moving. So I just kept driving around. So that was my day this morning. Started at 3:15.
But he knew that. I told him I was going to be an hour later.
But I'm a gold member now.
Hey, congrats.
So we found out in the car. We got the news in the car that I'm a gold member now.
What comes with that? What do you get with that?
I don't think anything. I think I get like one free upgrade a year.
Well, it probably resets January 1. So
yeah,
you're
but I'm a gold
for
member next
12
year.
12 days. Oh, nice.
It carries over. That's the point. I'm working. I'm chipping away at something here. I don't need you.
Back in the day, to get cross-country flights or what have you, I don't think you can do it anymore. But you know how like you go down, you look to book a ticket, and then as you go down, they get incrementally cheaper for stops, layovers.
Yeah.
So to get from LA to Philly, my younger brother was good at this. You'd find a flight from like LA to Miami, but that was stopping in like Portland and then San Antonio and then New York and then Miami. But so you find one that crosses a city that you want to hop off. So you just take a carry-on and then you book that, which is like it's super cheap because it's bing bang all over, and you hop out at the destination. So we used to do that just because we were broke, and it was a little like glitch in the system. So I get this flight one year to get back to Philly that had a layover in Portland, and it got snowed, and I got stuck there for a week and a half, I think.
What?
I had no money, and I was like, I had to call my mom's, and she Western Union me money, and I still couldn't get a flight. I'm hanging out with like the homeless guys underneath the bridge there. I go to the library. I stayed at a little place called the Doug Fir, and they had a great little venue, but I had spent the money it was a mess. So you got to be careful. If I had my gold membership, then I might not have been in the pickle. Right. But yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. He did it, but yeah, I don't know. Can you do that now? Can you hop? Well, the problem is you can't. You got to have carry-ons.
Yeah.
Or check bags. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't check a bag.
Yeah, you don't check a bag.
Yeah, it's just all carry-ons.
Yeah. I don't know. The flights nowadays. I don't know.
Yeah, because then you got to get out and you got to have a flight to get in. Like it's wild security. So.
I always book one way.
I always book one way too.
Man,
tip for you.
It's great in here. This is the first time in this Oak Brook facility.
This place was nice.
And I didn't even know TK was here when we showed up. I was moseying around, and I hear someone hitting a golf ball. I look in, and there he is.
Yeah.
Swinging. Got to hit the Sims. Love it.
No, I have some of their wedges, and irons. So it was a year ago I came in messing around because a buddy I play with has a really nice putter. I was like, yeah, maybe I'll splurge. I'll go check it out. And they've been nothing but, awesome to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, look at a putter. So in the meantime, I was like, oh, well, there's wedges on it. So then I'm ordering wedges. Then I'm getting irons. And it's, yeah. This is like a little miniature Disney for golf.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you come up here and it's like you get whatever you want. You pick out all the finishes, all the colors, stamping, the neck. I mean, honestly, to the point where you don't know if you're even getting what you need. You're just getting what you kind of want because you're going on looks. But that putter I was messing with, that zero
Torque.
yeah, she's pretty nice.
Scoop it.
Might have to scoop.
Well, but just buy one, get one. So.
But man, it's been awesome chopping it up here with you.
Yeah, no,
And-
I'm glad we did this. And,
Finally.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have we have something.
We have
Yeah,
Keepsake.
this thing will travel. I think it'll over the years it'll
feel like I should-
accrue some stories.
I feel like I should dip it in like gold.
Yeah, I was saying have it bronzed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should bronze this.
Yeah,
You
like
gotta
a
have-
light bronze. But then you could. Oh, I wonder if we could tattoo it.
I mean, it's
Actually,
skin, right?
You can leather. That's how you practice on pigskin.
tattoo a cowboy boot on Bash.
Right on his leg.
Right here.
Inner, my,
Cowboy
yeah,
boot.
Yeah. Down on my
would be
calf.
good.
So,
All right, we're going to turn it into the last segment, which is presented by Bettinardi Golf. Check them out online at
Funny enough.
bettinardi.com. Funny enough, we are here, but you know the drill. Pep's going to ask you some questions here that demand your quick response.
All right.
Or not quick response.
yeah.
We're on no time.
What is one thing fans would never know about you?
Well, if I told them, then they'd know.
Then they know.
They can't do that.
All right.
That's a good one.
When I think it's something, I'll let you know.
All right. You let us know. You get back to that one. You kind of already answered this, but do you think you could put out a fire in real life?
I have another story about that. So I was doing a show, Trauma, in San Francisco, and I'm playing a paramedic. So in the same vein. And I had this, from that first job that I shot in San Diego, right before the housing market crashed, we had this little cottage. And we were paying, I don't know, it wasn't a lot, it was just three of us. And the landlord's like, if you stay for a year, I'll cut the rent in half. So then I paid $500 a month for my little room ended up being years until he tore it down and built. But the place was magic. And so I'm staying there and we're watching Surfer Dude or something in my buddy's room, which is over the butts up to the alley. It's a single story, 1940s cottage just made of cedar. And this homeless guy, back alley vagrant's banging on the window. He's like, your house is on fire. Your house is on fire. And there's 10 of us in the back room. And I go up and I'm like, no, we're good, man. Just on your way. I go back down. I know some crazy guy out there. He keeps banging. He go back, your house is on fire. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? So I go out. I go to the street and the house is on fire.
No.
So I run back in. I'm like, guys, the house is on fire. And then everyone, they do the same thing. What the fuck? Then they run out. They're like, oh shit, the house is on fire. So you, your head doesn't work like you think it would during,
When
So we're running in to grab. It's that close. It's like a buddy later is like, I saw it from 15 miles away up Mission Ave. It torched half the house. But I go out. I grabbed a phone charger. My buddy grabbed an amp. You don't know. I grabbed nothing of value. It was just scurrying, and then I'm out. And we're standing there while it's burning down, and there was one guy in a wetsuit.
While it was burning down.
His wetsuit was around his waist, tied down, and he's on my neighbor's roof with a hose, and he's just squirting the fire. So anyway, the fire department comes. They ruin the whole backside. It gets put out. And later, my buddies are like, "Hey, man, you were on that show. You're you're the first responder. You didn't do shit." I was like, "What was I gonna do?" But no, it's no. I have the utmost respect for firefighters, and that was the big thing when I started. Was I want to that's the litmus test of being able to walk by a firehouse, and if I don't get roasted, then I can hold my head high.
Cool.
And that was a big thing. So I don't know if I could put out a fire. I sure have more tools than not.
Right.
But yeah,
You stand a better chance of me or him.
possibly.
Yeah.
Dream foursome, dead or alive.
Oh. Just my pop and my brothers. I think, my pop passed away, I don't know, 7 years ago or, 6 years ago. And it would just be cool to play with him and my brothers. Yeah.
That'd be.
All right. Who would play you in a movie about your life?
Oh, wow. Am I that old?
I mean, or you have that good of a career so far that somebody's going to make a movie about you. Who would you want to play that role?
Macho Man Randy Savage. I think it would be dope.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. Just like a little spice, but like just play it straight. God rest his soul, but man, that guy was amazing.
Yeah.
I like me some Macho Man.
I love the old WWF back in the day.
Do you have more nerves hitting a tee shot in front of 100 people or in an audition?
I don't know. That's a good one. I don't know. I do like I love the first tee thing, because you do, like I'll do like
There's
a guest
some
thing.
jitters.
Yeah, but
You
I'll
get
get up
jitters.
and do it fine. But it's you never know when it wants to pop up.
Yeah.
But I think with like auditioning, it's like it's wild because it can't not be.
Yeah.
Like it has to stem from like it's something that you want, right? Because otherwise, if it wouldn't exist, like
Right.
you wouldn't, if you
wouldn't
didn't
have
give a
this-
shit,
that
if you
feeling.
didn't care, and there has to be something like I can't do my job without an audience, and so it's like the observable thing. It's like a quantum thing.
Yeah.
So I think the more eyes on you, it's like the observation thing. It's like you have to be honed in more. It's like my big thing is, it's the setting. So auditioning, I don't know. If it's something I really wanted, I'd probably be a little antsy, but then I'd prepare accordingly. But there's something that like, I love these like the YouTube clips of people getting like they're at like some charity thing and they line up like they do like they're at a PGA event and then they get like someone beelines it into their. You see the one where the
Into their
guy
skull.
they tee off and it hits some lady and
Yeah.
she goes to the ground and then they hit him again. It hits her again. She goes, "Make it stop." I don't think I would do that. Like like the first tee at Augusta.
Right.
Like I'm baffled. Like I was telling John, I 2 years ago went for a Saturday, and I'm down. Like I'm not gonna neck for the I'm not trying to get close. Like it'd be cool to see someone in the tee box from a vantage point that's respectful of what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But the people that are leaning over in like the 50 feet away from what could be a shot in the head, I that baffled. Like I wouldn't be on the tee box comfortable doing that. Like, hey, here's a bunch of pros, and hey, here's some actor guy. Tee off. I'm not doing it because I know I'm going to hit someone right in the head.
Yeah.
And I don't know how these other people are so cool with just. It's a weird thing. Like
It
it's
is.
like they love it, and
Like-
then if they get hit, they're like, "Can I get an autographed
like
glove?"
Just even if someone's like in the weeds a little bit, like.
Well, in the Ryder
Like,
Cup, it happened.
Yeah, but they're like, "Oh, I found your ball," and then like 100 people just
Hover around
it.
and then you're trying to do like it almost paints the picture as an imposition to the pro to
Yeah.
ask the people to move.
Right,
When you're
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Because your trust is they're not going to hit you.
but that to me baffled. Like that's a testament to the guys that of being locked in because, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you're playing well,
Yeah.
like you have kind of a
You don't see other things.
Yeah, you're like you're targeting
tunnel
whatever.
vision, yeah.
But like
Yeah.
imagine, but you would if 10 people walked up,
Yeah.
yeah. But the pros is like, you could be a tree for all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just don't get how people do that. So I think on a tee box with a lot of people,
That's no go for you.
I would tee off with a disclaimer.
Sign this waiver, please. All right, last question. What are you chasing?
Just I want to evolve as in life, just as a human. Learn from mistakes and what have you. So I think I'm chasing just the betterment.
Yeah.
And that's subjective, but yeah, I think to grow as a human, it'd be cool to to be alive to see some wild stuff in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
deep.
this was
I love
great.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Taylor,
same.
Kinney.
It was a
Yeah,
blast.
TK, man. It's always awesome. I literally, man, like
We were really
every
excited
time
for
we're
this.
together,
I mean, I couldn't.
I love
took,
just
I
live.
took 2
It's just
flights to get
chill.
here.
Yeah.
it's just chill.
But you recently are a gold
I'm a
gold
good
member.
man, so I'll catch you next year. And when you see me on, when I'm boarding 2 position, we'll see who's laughing, boys. So we'll see at the next golf trip, TK.
Does it translate into Southwest?
Okay, easy.
he's already
I'm
got
already
status.
A-list Southwest.
Yeah.
Does the pilot read your name off before a flight?
We want to welcome Jonathan Pepe.
Yeah.
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 So, TK, thanks. We'll see you in the next golf trip.
Thank you,
Yeah,
guys.
man. It's
I had a
awesome.
blast.
It was awesome.
Cheers.
Thank you.